Hello Soul Family, welcome to Alchemy Mystic Healing Messages. Today is Expansive Thinking Thursday, where we obtain messages from our higher selves. This is going to be a collective message, so will not be for any specific zodiac sign. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever the message finds you is when you were meant to receive it. Please utilize your discernment and only take the messages that resonate with you. If you are in need of any additional assistance or support on your spiritual healing and or self-improvement journeys, I am also available for distant Reiki Therapy services. If you would like to learn more about Reiki Therapy, how it may benefit you, and details on the services I provide, all of that information can be found on the channel's community tab. If you stick around to the end of the message, I will let you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. All right, you guys, let's see what kind of healing messages the universe has for us today. The first card that came out is the 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Then after that, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy. The 10 of Pentacles says, there is no need to worry about finances right now. Expect the money to show up. Your bank account may get a bump from a promotion or an offer of a better job. Invest in the long term as well. Think about how you can create a stable financial future and keep your prosperity flowing. Ashe. Then we have the Lovers. I think I said it was Gemini energy. It says, look for the common ground. Sometimes it's hard to find balance between what is best for you, best for your partner, and best for the relationship. Focus on the good rather than the bad. Your guides are with you. Listen to that higher self to make the best choices. All right. And then now we have the Ace of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Sometimes someone offers you a heartfelt gift. Love spills over, so tell someone how you feel. Emotions may be a bit much for now, but remember that they are like the water. Don't dam up the feelings of this moment. Let them flow freely. All right, let's get one last card. I'm going to give it a few more shuffles. If nothing comes out, I will just pull from the top. Let's see, this one wants to come out. Wow, okay. Good pick. Now we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. It says, here is the reminder to check your boundaries. It's up to you to determine if those borders need to be opened or shut down. Make sure others are completing their work also. It's not always fun to be the boss, but someone has to do it. All right, so I'm feeling like there may be a job coming in. There may be a relationship coming in. There may be a dynamic that is going to have a blend of the two, of both a relationship and a job, so to speak, right? Maybe the person that you're going to be in a relationship with, you might end up working with at some point, building a business with, building some level of wealth, generational wealth with. I'm getting that because we have both the 10 of Pentacles as well as the Emperor here. And the Lovers is giving me the notion that you guys may be in some sort of divine partnership, or a divine partnership may be coming in. The Ace of Cups is also telling me that there is love that is going to be grounding this situation. But I think with the Emperor speaking of boundaries, I think it's important to remember, especially once we have tapped into our self-love, I think it's important to remember that you have to maintain love of self more than you can expect someone else to do it for you, right? Even if you are in a relationship that is a loving relationship, that is a supportive relationship, it is still your responsibility to ensure that you are being loved in the manner in which you should be loved, right? And so it is important that you set your boundaries, but you also maintain your boundaries. and hold people accountable is what I'm getting with this Emperor card. If anyone is dealing with finances that are a little rocky at this time, I think there's going to be a major turnaround based upon this Ten of Pentacles and the message that came with it. It's saying that there's going to be a bump in your bank account, an offer of a better job or opportunity. It is also letting you know that it is important to invest in the long run. I think that investment speaks to both our finances as well as our time, energy, and our love, with this Ace of Cups being here. There may be a need to choose relationships or relationship dynamics that can go for the long run, right? That are not just fleeting, that are not just a good time. I think that there is something about the current time that we're in, or maybe just the message that needs to go to the soul family concerning you choosing people, places, and circumstances that can be long-term investments, and that can be an equal give and take for the long term. But once again, it is your responsibility to be mindful of what is important for you and what you need to do to keep your cup full, and what boundaries you need to maintain in order to ensure that other people aren't draining your cup, is what I'm getting. The first ancestor card that we have from the Beyond Lemuria deck is the Portal Keeper. Portals are gateways to other layers of reality. They can be accessed through inner practices or externally in places such as the planet's vortices. Gently explore the edges of your existence. Spend time listening in the forest. Deepen your meditation practice. Dance yourself into ecstasy. Explore psychic tools and study new healing modalities. If you feel lacking in purpose or life seems a little mundane, remember there is never a reason to be bored. What we experience with our physical senses is just the tip of the iceberg. Magic exists wherever you can find it. Look between the lines to limitless discovery. So I feel like this is reiterated by this Emperor energy. You are now in control of your life and your life circumstances. Where you go, how far you go, is going to be determined by the choices that you make with the lovers being out here. Who you choose romantically, who you choose financially, the people you choose to partner with, how you choose to build your family, things along those lines. If you're building a business, the people you choose to hire, right? Everything, the foundation of your wealth, of your abundance, of your dreams coming to fruition is all going to be rooted in your decisions. Each decision is going to be as important as the next, right? Don't take any one of those opportunities to make a decision for granted. But your life is essentially in your hands. And I feel like it's important that as you get into this Emperor energy, for those of us within the soul family who are at that point in their journey, it's important to remain in control. You don't have to control other people. It's about controlling yourself, controlling how you feel, controlling what your experiences are, right? And because we interact with other people on a day-to-day basis, the best way to maintain peace within yourself is to be very clear about how the interactions between you and those other individuals need to go. And it's not to say that you are controlling them. You should absolutely give them the freedom to disengage, right? You can say, this is what I need, this is how I need it, and also be mindful of what they need of you. It cannot be a one-way street, right? However, give them the freedom to say, you know what, if you are uncomfortable with this, you are more than welcome to disengage from this situation, this relationship, this business, whatever it is, right? It's not necessarily my way or the highway, but it is saying, if you are choosing to be a part of my life, these are the parameters under which we can engage. You can sign up for it or you cannot sign up for it. You can get a feel for it, see if it's something that you can maintain. And if not, either you're going to disengage or at some point the boundary that I set is going to cause us to disengage. But essentially, with this Emperor being very disciplined, right? It's a very disciplined energy, a very consistent energy, and once again in control of the reality that they create, which is how the Emperor is able to create a level of abundance that other energies within the tarot cannot necessarily create. So I feel like this energy is being emphasized at this time. We have another ancestor message, Internal Explorer. When we stop looking outside of ourselves and surrender to a soft inner focus, we have access to unlimited information and resources. When we stop thinking with the glass ceiling of our intellect, we have access to multidimensional wisdom from the collective consciousness. Everything is there within you, waiting for expression. You are invited to explore the state of flow. You are infinitely amazing. You are an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed. Go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. All right, so the balance between this Emperor energy is going to be, once again, this Ace of Cups. It is important to maintain control within the 3D. It is equally as important to relinquish control when it comes to the 5D. To still allow yourself to be in flow, to still maintain balance in your masculine and feminine energies, to still allow yourself to be creative, to still allow yourself to tap into your intuition. These are all things I'm getting from this message, which is why with the Portal Keeper, going out into nature, taking walks, maybe even being close to water, allowing yourself to get away from the things within the 3D that can constrict how we think about things and how we see things is going to become important, right? Going into a space that can give us a level of inspiration. Also, I'm thinking of infinite, right? When we even look at a picture that is taken from like the top of a mountain range, the view feels infinite. Same thing if we're by the water and we're looking at the horizon. There's something about it that feels infinite. I'm feeling the need to say intimate, and I'm struggling not to say it. So that might be something for somebody else. I don't know who that message is for, but infinite is what I would like to say. There is something, with the Lovers being here, there might be a need to deepen your intimacy with your partner, and not just necessarily at a sexual level, but maybe at a more emotional level. Maybe that is going to be the foundation of being able to build this generational wealth. And maybe in that experience or deepening of this relationship, maybe boundaries may be important in navigating that, right? Because if we go into uncharted territory, whether that uncharted territory is physical or whether it is spiritual or emotional, it is important that we remain in a state of still being somewhat protected as we embark upon something new, right? Even if it is with someone that we trust, even if it is with someone that we love. Whatever you are feeling within yourself, and maybe, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me gather myself. So if you are wanting to have deeper conversations, right? Not just about how you feel, but even in how you think about things, how you perceive things, the life that you want to create. There's something about that is somewhat vulnerable, right? In a world where we feel like everyone is out for themselves and everyone is out to get you, and things along those lines. There may be a lot of things that we hold close to our chest. But if you are wanting to build something grand with someone else, you're going to have to build trust with that individual. And the manner in which you build trust is to open up emotionally, because that is what will allow you to understand whether or not they are trustworthy. And you have to take small steps, right? Don't take a big leap and then regret taking that big leap because they mismanaged it or they mishandled it. There's a need to take small steps, right? Even with this cup has like small driplets coming from it. Don't pour out the whole cup. Take a dropper and give them a drop of water, literally one drop, and see what they do with it. See how they manage it. And when you give it to them, give them boundaries around it on how they should navigate it, right? And give it time. 10 of Pentacles is time. Give it time. See how they work with that. See if it comes back. See if it bites you in the behind is what I'm getting. And if it doesn't, give them a little bit more and see how they work with that. Because that is going to deepen the aspect of the Emperor that I feel is one of the most important aspects of the Emperor, which is being able to connect with one's heart space personally, but also being able to connect with the heart space of others at a deep level. Because once again, with the deepening of those connections is the increase of the abundance. If you're thinking of the Empress energy, the Empress creates from her sacral chakra. Sacral chakra going back to the element of water. Sacral chakra being where she carries her child in her womb. Sacral chakra being the same chakra of creation. Right? So even in this depiction, the Emperor is in red, which is speaking a lot to the strength of his foundation, the strength of his wealth, the strength of the money that he has, right? The empire, going back to the coins. But in the background are like variations of yellow and orange and going into like an orangish red. He elevates the deeper he can make those sacral chakra connections. The more he can balance out that masculine and feminine, where he can become a compassionate leader, not just within his family dynamic and unit, but also within whatever business it is that he is creating or whatever sort of company he may be over or have a high position in. Because once you can connect with people at a heart space, the loyalty that they have for you is going to be deeper. The extent to which they are willing to go for you is going to be further. That may also speak to this lover's connection. The partnerships that you're going to be able to build are going to be a lot more divinely connected. And I've said this in another video, God is love. So if we are coming from a heart space, if we are coming from a loving space, because we have the capacity to do that, then what we can create is so much bigger, because it will be aligned with what the divine ordained over that relationship. But if you keep that heart space closed, you will not be able to bring it to the fullest level of fruition that it should have been brought to. All right, you guys, let me see if I can pull some tarot cards to get some final messages for this. Oh, we have the Six of Wands, Leo energy. See if I can do this smooth, like not so smooth, but hey. Leo energy. Yeah, there's going to be victory with these partnerships as long as they are handled, managed, and navigated in an effective manner. And it can't just be business. We have the Moon, Cancer energy. Maybe something happened during the summertime. Maybe there was someone that you met during the summertime. The Moon is about what is at the subconscious and the unconscious levels. What may be within our fears, the fears that we don't necessarily want to face. Opening up one's heart space can be a scary experience. Yeah, we have the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. The need to lead with one's heart, to allow your heart to guide you, to make decisions and to move forward based upon how you are feeling. But also to to face your fears in order to do this, because that is where the victory is, because that is what the challenges are. Right? You can't get the fullness of your abundance without being fully connected to your heart space, is what I am getting. At the bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords, it gives you a peace of mind. The karma waters is not about there being a bad situation outside of you. It's about the conflicting emotions and ideas and beliefs within you. And the best way to debunk these beliefs and these thoughts that may give you anxiety and have you worrying and having you in fear is to face those fears. And I would personally suggest starting with someone that you have built a closer relationship with, like a romantic partner. And from there, in building that relationship, you can now see, all right, it was safe, right? You can confirm within yourself, this was a safe decision. I got through it. It was hard initially, but now I feel more free about expressing or being vulnerable with other people and expressing myself from a vulnerable place, because people will look up to you and follow you a whole lot further if you're willing to be vulnerable. You don't have to be an emotional mess, because that is not synonymous with vulnerable, but willing to open up your heart will help people trust you once again and deepen your connections. That is the Five of Pentacles, obstacles and challenges that you're needing to overcome in order to get to the Six of Wands, because it will have you stand ahead above the other emperors. That is what's going to differentiate you, not from a king or a queen or a knight. It's what's going to differentiate you from other emperors. And that's going to be major, if I could say so myself. All right, you guys, this is what I have for you today. If you resonate with this message, were able to obtain any clarity, or found it to be helpful in any other manner, please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to share your story in the comment section. These expressions of gratitude are not only free for you, but they also allow me to develop a deeper connection to your energy. With this deeper connection, I am able to pull messages that are more aligned with your specific situation. I want to thank you guys for being here, and as promised, I have a quick message letting you know how you can save 30% on my Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute distant Reiki therapy session. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. If you look in the description box below, the very last link is labeled 30% discount link. When you select it, it will take you to the Alchemy Mystic shop, where you can purchase my distant Reiki therapy services. The Renew, Restore, Revitalize 40-minute session will assist you with grounding and protecting your energy. More specifically, it will help to clear energetic residue associated with past traumatic experiences, allowing you to feel less triggered and positioning you to move forward in a more calm, balanced, and empowered state. This service is performed remotely at the date and time that you schedule your appointment. The service can be performed while you are conducting your everyday activities, with the exception of operating a vehicle or any heavy machinery. I look forward to serving you soon.